Why is it that even in a silent room, your mind won't stop screaming? You lay in bed exhausted, but your brain is busy replaying an old argument or worrying about a bill that isn't due for weeks. We live in a world that equates peace with perfection. We think that if we can just fix our finances, fix our relationships, and fix our schedules, then and only then will we finally be at peace. We've been told that peace is something we find after we fix our lives, after the kids are grown, the debt is paid, and the schedule is clear. But what if peace isn't the absence of the storm? What if it's the ability to stand still while the world falls apart around you? Today I'm sharing a story about a king, a waterfall, and a secret that will change how you handle stress forever. If you felt like you're drowning in the noise, listen closely. You're looking for peace in all the wrong places. Once, in a kingdom far beyond the mountains, there lived a king who was deeply troubled by the restlessness of his people. They were hardworking, yes, but they were anxious, short-tempered, and weary. Seeking a way to inspire them, the king announced a grand competition. "I will grant a bag of gold to the artist who can paint the most perfect picture of peace," he proclaimed. Artists from across the globe arrived. They painted quiet meadows at dawn, still lakes reflecting the moon, and children sleeping in their mother's arms. The gallery was filled with images of absolute silence. After weeks of searching, the king narrowed it down to 2 final paintings. He gathered the entire kingdom to reveal the winner. The first painting was a masterpiece of serenity. It depicted a glass-like lake, nestled among towering snow-capped mountains. The sky was a soft blue, with fluffy white clouds drifting lazily. Anyone who looked at it felt an instant sense of calm. The crowd cheered. "Surely this is peace," they whispered. "There is not a single ripple in the water." Then, the king unveiled the second painting. The crowd gasped, but not in admiration. They were confused. This painting also had mountains, but they were rugged, dark, and jagged. Above them was an angry, swirling sky. Lightning streaked across the canvas, and a heavy downpour of rain seemed to soak the very frame. Down the side of the mountain tumbled a foaming, roaring waterfall. It looked anything but peaceful. It looked like a nightmare. The people began to murmur. "Has the king lost his mind?" they asked. "This is chaos. This is a storm. How can this represent peace?" But the king leaned in closer, pointing to a tiny detail behind the roaring waterfall. There, growing out of a crack in the cold, wet rock, was a fragile little bush. And in that bush, a mother bird had built her nest. Despite the thundering water, despite the lightning that shook the earth, and despite the wind that threatened to tear the nest away, the mother bird sat there. She wasn't frantic. She wasn't trying to fly away. She sat in her nest, her eyes closed, her wings tucked tight around her young. She was in the middle of the most violent storm imaginable, yet she was perfectly, completely at rest. The king turned to his people and said, "Peace does not mean to be in a place where there is no noise, no trouble, or no hard work. Peace means to be in the midst of those things and still be calm in your heart." He awarded the gold to the second artist. The secret of the bird wasn't that she was stronger than the storm. It was that she was anchored to the rock. Most of us build our peace on the surface of a lake. When life is calm, we are calm. But when the wind blows, our peace vanishes. You cannot control the weather of your life. You cannot stop the waterfall of unexpected bills, health scares, or difficult people. But you can choose where to build your nest. Real peace comes from an inner authority. The daily habit of anchoring your soul in faith, gratitude, and purpose so deeply that the lightning outside cannot shake the quiet inside. Stop trying to stop the rain. Start building your nest in the rock. So, how do we find this rock in our daily lives? It starts with a shift in perspective. Most of us react to life. When something goes wrong, we lose our peace and allow the external world to dictate our internal state. But the secret of the bird was something deeper, an inner authority. That inner authority is the realization that your soul is separate from your circumstances. You are not your bank account. You are not your job title. You are not the mistakes of your past. When you anchor your identity in something deeper, whether that is your faith, your purpose, or the simple truth that you are enough, the storms lose their power over you. If you are struggling right now, stop trying to stop the rain. You can't control the weather of your life. Instead, ask yourself, where is my nest? Are you watering the roots of your soul through prayer, meditation, or gratitude? Are you taking 5 minutes of silence a day to disconnect from the digital noise and reconnect with the rock beneath your feet? The world will always be loud. The storms will always come. But tonight, as you close your eyes, remember that the waterfall is just noise. Your peace is a choice you make from the inside out. If this story connected with you today, click the subscribe button and turn on the bell so we can continue this journey of growth together. Before you go, leave a comment below with the word peace if you are committing to staying calm in your storm this week. Keep your heart quiet and keep moving forward. Your breakthrough is closer than you think.